What's going on, guys? It's your boy Radiation, and welcome back to yet another video over here on Radiation Reacts. So today we're going to be reacting to Chill's 30 scary videos that are seriously creepy and mysterious. I can't wait to dive right into this. Let's do it.
Coming up in this video, looking for something creepy to watch? Or maybe your preferences lean mysterious? Why one or the other when you can have both? These 30 scary videos are seriously both creepy and mysterious. Number 30. Taken. A woman was heard screaming from the back of a white van in the Santa Clarita area of Los Angeles. Bystanders caught the incident on video. Published by Fox 11 Los Angeles in August of 2021, a white van parked below is captured on video by someone in a home above the road. A woman inside the van is heard screaming as hard as she can, while a man's voice is also heard yelling at her.
Yo, recorded. I would have called the police.
Although what he's saying is not clear. As she continues to scream for help, the man taking the video yells at them to stop and asks someone off screen to call 911.
Stop! Stop! They're abducting her. Call 911.
The van sits parked for quite a while and the woman is heard crying.
Oh, nah.
Eventually, the van's door slams shut and the vehicle drives off. A woman is on the phone with the police off screen. Don't worry, this story has a happy ending. The scary video led to the vehicle being identified through social media, and the taken individual was located and found safe. As for the alleged abductors, though, I couldn't find any follow-up on whether or not they were caught, which is certainly frightening. Number 29, forklift mishap.
That is frightening. It could be out there kidnapping somebody else.
Extremely destructive proportions, published by Euroswift Australia in April of 2015. This forklift operator was responsible for a mishap that nearly took down the entire warehouse. The forklift driver is seen transporting a long platform of boxes along a path through the warehouse when he clearly miscalculates whether he has enough room. The load he is carrying hits the racks to the right, and the entire shelving unit collapses like dominoes, one column after the other. The driver runs to safety, but not before his mishap destroys half of the warehouse. This just goes to show how quickly things can escalate. I just hope everyone is alright. Number 27, rescued robber. Usually those on the other end of a robbery need rescuing, not the robber himself. That's not the case here though. Published by NBC Washington in January of 2022, this suspected robber got what was coming to him when he tried to climb down a chimney of the home he was allegedly attempting to rob in Silver Spring, Maryland. Earlier in the evening, the resident had heard banging noises coming from outside his home, so he scoped it out but found nothing. He even called the police, who also checked the area but came up empty-handed.
He says he knew something wasn't right, so he checked everywhere, but couldn't find anyone.
So I'm like, what the going on? I can't be hearing and seeing stuff. You know, I can't be imagining this stuff. Someone's trying to break into my house or something.
His family thought he may have heard a raccoon or cat. Later in the early morning, the resident heard some rustling and called the police. He then heard moaning, crying, and praying coming from inside of the wall. What the police discovered when they arrived was not a rodent, but a man stuck inside the chimney. The fire department had to break through the wall and disassemble the chimney one brick at a time. A second video published by Fox 5 Washington, D.C. shows the man being lifted out of the hole. He had been stuck in the chimney for hours. The man survived, but if he hadn't been heard, he likely would have lost his life in there.
Yep,
Number 26, found footage. An
these get
iPhone was
smaller
found
as
in a
it goes
cave,
further
and the
down.
video footage discovered on it is terrifying. Posted to the r/found footage subreddit by Footage Finders 57. The scary video begins with a woman taking selfie footage at a canyon overlook. In the next clip, the group is in a cave. They are on a guided tour, and the guide mentions that they're in the Cave of the Winds in Colorado. A few in the group abandon the tour and duck under a rope restricting access to a dark cave. They watch as their tour group continues on without them.
When you see ropes are up, there is a reason why ropes are up.
Moving through the cave tunnel, the ceilings are so low, they have to duck down to weave through the cave. After a while, they start hearing mysterious sounds in the tunnel. The tinkling sounds make one member want to turn around, but the others push onward.
We have to go back.
Come on, let's keep
You
going.
think?
You're what?
Did you not hear that, Ryan?
Soon they are lost, but they keep going. They come across abbreviations marked on the wall indicating various states, and then something comes at them in the darkness, and they all panic. They flee from the figure, and there's a horrifying roaring in the background. The remaining video shows the group panicking until the phone is dropped on the ground. What caused this mass panic, and did they get out alive? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 24, Psychopath Room. An ill individual trapped in a derelict home. What could go wrong? Published by Scary Pills in October of 2021. This scary video has been trending in the Hindi-speaking YouTube community. The original source is unknown. The video shows some urban explorers in a dilapidated home. They push the door open to one room and capture this person in a white gown with long dark hair crouched on the floor in a corner. The person appears to be playing with an object on the floor with a stick. One of the crew keeps calling the person a psychopath and tells him to come say hello.
Who's the psychopath?
Who's the
Who's the
Y'all
psychopath?
trying to get killed, bro.
Go and say hello. Go and say hello, Robert.
Gonna jump at you.
Instead, the person throws something at him. Is this individual insane? Or is she trapped in this haunted home that she can never leave? All I know is I wouldn't be sticking around to find out.
Word.
Number 23, At the Ledge.
Would've saw
This
her and
video was
ran.
submitted to the r/chills narrator subreddit by Lucky1196. It appears to show someone driving down a dark, decrepit road. The driver soon comes across a ghostly figure standing at the edge of a cliff. The apparition just stands there before fading into nothing. If I were this driver, I would be pretty freaked out seeing this, but not everyone is convinced that it's real. So what do you think?
It looks
Is this
real,
a
though.
truly paranormal figure? Or just some clever editing? Number 22.
Could be clever editing, though.
What's on
It
the
could be.
roof? This
But it-
guy just moved in. What happens next might make him want to move out. Published by Elijah Sportle TV in August of 2019. As the video begins, the cameraman is explaining that they had boxed food in the garage that had been broken into as if something tore the boxes open. A later clip taken at night
Homeless person?
sees the man and his roommate watching
Broken?
TV on the second floor. He explains that they started hearing strange noises. He says it sounded like a screech and thuds or scurrying, like footsteps on the roof. So he gets a flashlight and heads outside to investigate.
Oh no.
I can't really describe exactly what it sounded like, but almost like some kind of a screech.
I
don't know,
wouldn't
maybe some kind of
investigate
bird,
that.
but it was definitely up there.
Down at the ground level outside, he spots this on the roof. It looks like a strange, fleshy face peering over at him. It even seems to wave.
I think that's fake. That could be fake.
What's that? What in the
He attempts to talk to the figure and then heads inside and upstairs to get a better look from an upper window, only to find the figure is gone. He decides to go back outside to see if he can spot it again, and he does.
No, I think that one is
He gets
cat.
one last peek at the creepy figure and then hurries inside again.
did it go?
To whom or what does this terrifying face belong to? Some in the comments suggest it could be a barn owl. Others think it appears
Barn
more
owl?
humanoid than animal. Which side are you on?
An
All
owl?
I know
That could be
is
a
I
possibility.
definitely wouldn't want to see this face peering back at me in my backyard. Creepy creature. Are mythical creatures real? This video may convince you. Posted by Paranormal Tube in August of 2015. A creepy creature was caught on camera in Argentina. As someone leaves the room and heads into the hallway, the camera holds there for a second upon his return and captures this strange creature stepping into view from around the corner. The miniature extraterrestrial-like figure limps
What
somehow
the heck?
robotically. The tiny humanoid then raises one of his arms, while the cameraman's friend jumps forward to slam the door shut in the creature's face. What is this thing? A hairless gremlin? Whatever it is, I don't want it to come any closer.
It looked like one of those
Number
string
19,
puppets.
Waverly Hills Sanitarium. 7 out of 9 paranormal investigators saw paranormal activity on this night in Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Louisville, Kentucky. This lucky one caught it on video. Published by Renaissance Paranormal in July of 2012, this mysterious shadow figure has me mystified. The guide is at the front of the room giving his rundown of the sanitarium, while several paranormal investigators are gathered around off screen. This is the entire crew on the tour.
All of a sudden, and it's a big old creepy building.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been frightened?
I got frightened about 3 months ago when I was doing a sweep at 4 a.m.
And yet, in the doorway behind the tour guide, you can see a distinct shadow figure appear briefly in the doorway. He is peeking into the room and pulls back as the camera pans toward the door. They show what it looks like when a normal human stands in the doorway. You can see both the light and dark values of the human figure,
True.
whereas with the paranormal figure captured on camera,
just a shadow.
you can only see a dark shadow.
Yeah.
Is this a curious spirit still haunting the sanitarium? Or is there
Maybe.
some other explanation outside? What would you do if this creature broke into your home? Published by the channel Real Scary in October of 2021, this video asks that very question. As a mysterious creature starts breaking through the shutters of a window, the creature with his glowing red eyes peers in through one of the broken shutters while breaking a lower shutter. He stands bent there looking in for a moment, but thankfully remains outside. Is this really one of those tiny humanoids? If it is, we'd better run. Number 16,
By a gun or
Scottish
something.
River Ghost. A Scottish woman
Nope,
set up a
not dealing
camera
with that.
on a river to film some otters, but she captured something much more mysterious. Published by Bull Eatus in February of 2015, this river ghost is watching you. Amid an eerie Scottish forest, complete with overhanging trees, moss, and mist, a creepy apparition appears amongst the trees. Look closely at the left bank of the river.
I ain't seen anything.
You can see something emerge amongst the trees and
Oh,
move
now I
past
see it.
them. Then a more vivid figure of what appears to be a girl stands there, outlined by the trees. Who goes there? And why does she? It appears to me that we are left with more questions than answered with this video. Number 15, Into Thin Air, a figure transported
could've
to the
been
middle of nowhere. This
edited
one
in.
has me checking
Looked
my
like it was edited
eyes.
in.
Posted to the r/chills narrator subreddit. JoJoy CR7 writes, "This video gives me chills every time I watch it." The CCTV footage was captured at nearly 2 a.m. in January of 2022. A shadow figure appears out of thin air and crosses a yard into the dark street. The spookiest thing about the video is the materialization of the figure. Against the background of trees, there appears to be a fence in the path, so it would serve as a barrier when crossing from the opposite yard, but it seems to break that barrier somehow. Is this a time traveler? A ghost? or a glitch in the Matrix. Number 14,
glitch
the
or
red
decompression
eye. This
in that
person's
security
haunted
camera.
home comes to life when he's not looking. Posted by Our Haunted House, the TikToker says he recorded himself watching TV for over an hour. This is what happened. The man is seen laying on the couch in his dark living room. After a while, the bedroom door slowly opens by itself in the background. Then 2 bright red eyes appear in the doorway. The eyes stare for a moment before flashing downward and out of sight. Next, you see a strange shadow appear briefly behind the couch. Then the door behind him slams shut.
There's
What?
nothing more powerful than creating a track.
I can't tell you if that
Sometimes
was
creating
real or
music can be
fake. Like,
when I'm blocked or just
Well, it looks like we won't be catching the red eye tonight. Number 13, Active Menace. A camera was left inside this apartment, and the poltergeists had a heyday with it. Published by Seeker of Ghosts in January of 2022. This footage will put you on your toes. First off, the overhead chimes start swaying back and forth, moving more aggressively. A coffee cup slides across the table, and then again. A stool moves, scraping across the floor more and more. The door nudges closed and something is thrown across the kitchen. Back in the other room, the chimes start swinging again, and an object slides across the floor. Some are heard off screen like someone is jumping on the bed. Suddenly, an old TV turns on in its nook. Back in the kitchen, the door swings open and later eeks closed again. The door closes and opens on its own.
there's some
The
jacked up stuff
iPad
going on
starts
in this
shaking and the
apartment.
door continues swinging open and closed.
Nope.
The stool moves and continues to until it is off screen. It is then thrown across the room. A cupboard door swings open. Lights are blinking on and off, and a ceramic jug slides across a surface. Is this highly active poltergeist a menace? Or is he just trying out his best party tricks? Number 11, Face in the Window. This short clip is Nightmare Fuel, published by SNCH in May of 2015. A man enters what looks like a storage room in his home and is distracted because his camera screen is completely
Somebody in the
black.
window?
He walks into the room and in the background, a strange growling is heard, but it's not clear if the source is audio from off screen or something as of yet unseen in the room. As the man walks toward the window, half of a white mask-like face is seen in one of the upper panes. It stands there for a moment, looking in before it turns around and disappears. Delta F1 sums it up best in the comments, writing, "I'm terrified, but I also want more. I have a bad feeling this ghost isn't friendly." Number 9, Shadow Figure. A paranormal investigator was contacted to perform a search on the spa business because customers and staff were complaining about seeing movement. This video might just prove that what they were seeing was paranormal.
What was that?
Published by the Paranormal Anomaly Search Team in July of 2008, the crew is seen entering the business and walking through a hallway. That's when they spy this shadow figure.
Those red glowing eyes, man.
The shadow appears free-flowing, not projected onto the wall. It moves in front of the camera. A later clip shows that the crew tried to recreate the same circumstances to see if the shadow was being cast somehow, but they could not produce the shadow figure again. Does this paranormal anomaly have unfinished business? Or is he just waiting around for his pedicure? Number 7,
looked like a gust of
Most
smoke, though.
Terrible Demon. Demonic entities were released after an experiment gone right, but I think a better description of the outcome is gone very wrong. Published by Toppy in January of 2022. Enter this video if you dare. In a series of clips, a door swings open with darkness beyond, and an unnerving whisper is heard. This short video certainly highlights how haunted this abandoned place is. I think I'd be getting the heck out of there ASAP. I guess this ghost hunting team has nerves of steel. Number 6, Home Alone. Think you're alone? Think again. Posted to the r/paranormal encounters subreddit. Top Imagination 7714 writes, I guess I'm not alone in the house tonight. The scary video shows something banging on the bedroom door.
Could be wind.
It makes such a disturbance that the door and handle are jiggling. The man approaches the door and swings it open. There's no one inside the room, but a buzzing sound is heard, assumedly coming from the desktop computer. He leaves the room and shuts the door on the way out. For a moment there is no sound, but then the banging starts up again.
That could be wind. I think that's wind.
Well, some in the comments think it's a draft or air pressure.
Yeah.
Others think the source could be legit paranormal. What do you think?
I think
it
that's
seems to
wind.
me that this house could be haunted. Number 5,
Nah, I think that's
Ghost
wind.
Girl. The
My daughter
following
does that all
pair
the
of
time.
videos were published by Real Ghosts on film in July of 2012, but filmed in May of the same year in the woods behind the cameraman's house. In the video, the cameraman is standing in the woods in an area where he had felt an energy. He'd seen a ghost girl there many times before, but never caught her on film. Until now.
Oh, I
Watch
saw
the
that
tree
in
to
the
the
far
left.
left-hand
A
corner.
small semi-transparent
I saw
figure is
that.
seen prancing through the woods behind the tree, appearing on the other side of it before the camera shuts off. The second video shows an enhanced version. You can
Yo,
see the
she's
figure up
skipping, like-
close. Is this a true forest phantom?
Yo.
And where is she leading us? A mystery that's now 10 years in the making.
I would not follow
Number
her.
4,
Nope.
Haunted Restaurant.
definitely not follow
This
her.
ghost wants more ketchup. Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit. Burke Barber writes, since I bought this restaurant, weird things have always happened. What does this video sound like they are saying? The footage captures a rasping voice on 2 different security cameras. The words are not entirely clear, but many think it sounds like it's saying help me. Others hear the name Kevin. The restaurant owner reviewed the footage
sounded like a
because
scream.
there was creepy stuff
Like
going
it
on in
screamed
the
help.
restaurant during the day, including lights turning off, dishes falling by themselves, and a wet restroom suddenly becoming dry. Well, we can't be sure what the message is. The entire thing is chilling to say
restroom
the
becoming
least.
dry?
I'm with Redditor Adjamarin who writes,
What does
why
that
do I
mean?
watch this stuff when I'm home alone? I often wonder the same thing. Number 3, Ghost in the Mirror. Many argue that ghosts have no reflection, but this one does. Published by Barack Dogan Paranormal in January of 2022. The scary video shows a man standing in a hallway filming. He turns around and sees his reflection in the mirror. When he turns around and looks back again, he sees a vague pale figure reflected to the side.
It looked like a blonde-haired
let's say
woman.
you have to read an incredibly long email from your boss that you have to finish before the big meeting starts in.
Is this a ghost reflected? Or is this man not alone?
Nah, that's a
Number
blonde-haired
2,
woman.
Child-sized entity. Number 1, Satanist in the graveyard. A hooded figure in a graveyard in the darkness of night can only mean one thing. Satan's minions are among us. Published by Paranoiacs in January of 2022. As he first enters the forest, a church bell is heard ringing at a distance. Immediately, an eerie atmosphere drifts in. As the paranormal investigator continues, he starts feeling paranoid, like something's watching him. He continues around the cemetery, and his EMF meter
I don't know how he's doing this by
periodically goes
himself.
It seems to be going off in the same area near these hedges. It continues to be triggered around the gravestones. Then a mysterious screaming is heard in the distance. That's when this is captured lurking behind a tree. Shortly after, the investigator feels like he's being chased. He starts running. Upon returning to the area, he sees this.
Cult leader, I'm out. Nope.
A hooded figure walking amongst the gravestones. Back in the woods, he spots more creepy faces hovering in the darkness. What is going on here? Is there something satanic happening? Whatever is going on, it's seriously creepy and mysterious.
Man, that was really interesting. Yo, there's a lot of things to take in on that one. I'm definitely gonna break it down a little bit. Probably gonna break the video down, you know, show certain parts because that video was really long. I'm definitely going to leave a link to this video in the description down below so you guys can catch the full video. And yo, that was Chills hitting us with another banger. I definitely enjoyed that. If you guys want to check out more reaction videos over here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button as well, so you guys don't miss any future videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.